Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, sisters and brothers. How are you doing? So, Baruch Hashem, I saw some very nice words of pearls of wisdom in the holy book Lekutei Moharan that really hit home, like you say. Very deep explanation on something that thank God I was talking about from my own self, from my own personal experience, spoke about it, and then something amazing I saw here in Lekutei Moharan, Torah 31, Torah Lamed Aleph, and it's in paragraph 7, paragraph 8. So first of all, Rabbi Nachman is talking about the importance of talking, praying, expressing your thoughts and your hopes and your desire with your mouth, and not only to want those things to happen. Like many times people are asking me, why should I pray? What, the Creator doesn't know what I need? Like, why should I pray? If the Creator knows what I need, He will supply everything. So Rabbi Nachman is saying it's very important to bring out through your lips your holy desires. And then Rabbeinu explains that by that desire in the heart that you have, so by that you create a certain spirit. That's your desire, that's your hope. But when you express your desire with your mouth, when you pray, when you request, azay naseh nefesh befal, so then you physically create that spirit. You make that spirit exist in the world. You give it power. You activate it. Ki ikar motza nefesh mipiv, and the main place that spirit comes out to the world from is from the mouth. And Rabbi Nachman is bringing verses here and explanations, and it's deep and it's wonderful, and I bless you to be able to sit and learn Lekutei Moharan, and you're going to enjoy that. You also have amazing English translation to the Lekutei Moharan, so it's not such a hard thing to do. But I want to skip and jump to that next part. And then Rabbi Nachman is saying that when the person desires something and express that desire with his mouth, so the breath of his mouth, the air, the spirit that comes out from his soul, from within, it becomes a physical nefesh, spirit outside. So that power of speech, that speech that came out of your mouth when you spoke, that spirit is walking on air, is flowing and flying in the air, and it reaches another person, it hits another person and wakes that person to that desire that you expressed with your mouth. It means that when you talk, let's say that you feel bad with yourself on something wrong that you've done, and you go with that negative thought in your mind, and you're all broken, and you say to yourself, how could I do that? Why have I done something so horrible? How could I come to that low level of sinning? And why did I do this? Why did I do that? Okay, so you are like warming your engines, it's in process, and then you say to yourself, you know what? Today I'm going to go, I must pray on that thing, I must do tshuva, I must ask for forgiveness from Hashem that I did that horrible thing. And then you go to some quiet place and you start talking about that issue, and you open your heart and you open your mouth and you start talking those wonderful words with your mouth, and you say, you know, God, today I did something wrong, something horrible, and I feel so bad with myself. I don't know what to do. So Rabbi Nachman is telling us those words that came out of your mouth right now, they are spirit. They are a soul. They are a portion of spirit. And now that spirit goes and fly above on the air. It's leaning on the wind and wings of air and flies. Now you don't know where the wind will take those spirits that you just now expressed with your mouth, but Rabbi Nachman is saying it's about to hit someone. It's about to touch someone's heart. And then there's another person who walks in the street in a different country. You know, the air does not have to spread in an equal way to all sides, to all directions. Some wind can come and take that portion of air and take it above the clouds. You don't know what's going on. You don't know how the Creator is moving the wind, how the spirits are flying from one side of the world to another. Things happens in mysterious ways, right? Like a person can go and take a breath and get into a car and release that air that he took from outside of the car inside the car. And the car is driving and there is air condition and circulate the air and it stays inside. And then you go and think spirits. Think spiritually. Think about the ability of the Creator to carry your spiritual prayer, those energy, that energy of your prayer, those requests, just to carry them above the universe, above the world, above the clouds, and just to fly them somewhere else. And over there, suddenly, they're going to hit home. Suddenly, they're going to hit someone that also did something wrong, but he still does not feel bad at all about that. He's just still stubborn and angry and cruel and stubborn, doesn't want to hear anything, doesn't want to talk, feels like he's always right, and no one needs to talk to him like that, and like he's good with what that he did, and it's wrong. But now, that word that you just released in your prayer 1 hour ago, 5 days ago, 1 year ago, and you forgot about it already, he's suddenly going to breathe that air. That spirit going to get into his heart. And suddenly he's going to ask himself, what am I doing? How could I do something like that? The same awakeness that you expressed with your mouth will shine into the heart of another person. The Ruach, the spirit of words, is walking in the air and reaches another person and wakes that person, the other person, to that desire of yours. And according to that desire, the spirit that you expressed, the words, the spirit that came out of your words, based on that, the other person will wake up. And even a righteous man can wake up an evil person. Even someone that is totally evil. Someone that is not able to do tshuva, to come closer to Hashem. He can wake up because of the power of your speech. And this is what I'm saying all the time, and I'm trying to explain that the world is so large, is so great, is so complex, and the Creator is above everything and runs the show in a perfect way. And we need to realize and to understand that His greatness does not have limits, does not have no kinds of limits and boundaries. It's all a godly plan, and everything is coordinated and synchronized, and everything is built and progressing to a complete redemption, for a complete salvation, and everything is flowing to that place. And every person should just try to see how he can do a little bit more, something else. Maybe there is another small thing I can do. Maybe there is another way for me to express that godliness that is treasured inside of me. And we all have that enormous power. We all have that great source of spirit, of godliness that is treasured inside of us. And we just need to believe in that. You have a certain feeling that you want to talk. You have a certain feeling that you want to pray. You have a certain feeling that you did something wrong. You have a feeling that you want to achieve something and you don't know how to do that. Go and pray. Go and talk to Hashem. Go and talk to the Creator about that thing and reveal your heart, and you can never imagine the outcomes, the beautiful and wonderful results of that attachment to the truth. And you know, a person can feel lost, and he can feel like he does not have nowhere to go and no purpose to life and no reason to live, and people can fall to some horrible depression and bad sadness and bitterness and despair. But it comes to the person usually because the person, he wants someone else to save him. He wants to be loved by a person. He wants to for someone else to have mercy on him. He allows himself to fall into those dark places of self-pity, and there is no redemption in those places. There is no salvation over there. Because to be needy, to want that someone else will save you, to want that someone else will come and give you a hand, it's nice. Like, I'm not saying it's not nice, but we're built for much more than that. We're built really that we will have the power to go and to give a hand to someone else. We need to be those ones who will go and save and help and support others. When a person is so broken and sad and depressed and all the time he feels like, oh, I'm so lonely and I don't have no one to talk to and I don't know how to read and I don't know how to do and I don't have money and I can't, it's a loop. You just like you blocked yourself completely. It's not what you're supposed to do. You're closing yourself inside that bubble, and you keep on running in circles like a rabbit in a cage, like a mouse in a cage. We need to set ourselves free. We cannot wait for the salvation to come. The person should push himself out of his prison. Do you want to know who is the Mashiach? You want to know who is the Mashiach? It's a good question, first of all. The Mashiach, first of all, the Messiah is a person. That's the first thing that you should know about the Messiah. That he's a human being, that he is a wonderful person. Today I got an email from a person who wrote to me that he's very thankful for my classes. That because of my classes he realized that he is the Messiah, and that I won't expect for too much because he is a lazy Messiah. But I'm not taking those emails too seriously already, because I got already more than I think 800 of them from different people. So, or that the whole world will be crazy missionaries, tiny Mashiachim running in the streets, or that everyone are crazy. So I think that I'll go with the second one, that everyone are crazy. The real Mashiach is a real broken person, a real humble person that cares so much about everyone, and he just desires with all his heart to help everyone and to show the love of the Creator to his children, and he's running day and night to do the best thing that he can. It's like, we must understand that all the crazy stories and those realities that people created for other people, for communities, for publics, to worship the Messiah and to bring the people to such place that they will think that the Messiah is someone like that is so like different, and that's not the truth. The Messiah, the Mashiach, is a person, and he will get the leadership from the Creator, and the Creator will guide him, and he will be a person of truth, a person of faith, a person of kindness, a person of generosity, a very respecting and loving person who cares about others and goes and helping everyone, and he will be a righteous person. And when people start to speak about the Messiah and idolizing him and saying, oh, you don't know, he was this and he was that and he will be this and he will be that. First of all, how can it be that the Messiah was? It's already a joke, because the Mashiach is the one that will come. We're talking about the Redeemer, right? So if someone came and didn't save us, so he's not the Mashiach, he's not the Messiah, no matter who he was. He might be very important, he might be very nice, he might be very handsome, very righteous, very pure, very rich, I don't know. If he didn't take us out of the exile, if he didn't save our lives, if he didn't take us to a better place, if he didn't brought down the flaming, firing temple of God down to earth, so he was not the Messiah, first of all. We're waiting for the Mashiach to come, and when he will come, it's going to be clear who the Mashiach is. Now, why I'm not telling you which books to read or whatever, because a person that is confused, and all of us were confused in so many ways, can find his own confusions in the books. So you have one verse that like millions of people are saying that is the evidence that person is the Messiah. Why? Because it's written, Ani hayom yelideticha, today I gave birth to you. A verse that's been said by Hashem, by the Creator, to King David, and spoke with King David about aspects of the life of King David. And people now, because that they built some theories and methods based on their imagination and on other people's imagination and false prophecies, are claiming that that's the evidence that person is the Messiah. It's not an evidence. There is no evidence in that. The fact that you made up a story, or that your forefathers made up a story, or that someone made up a story and it fits, it doesn't mean that it's true. Like that I told you that a few months ago, maybe more even, maybe 1 year ago, we spoke about this concept of Lucifer, that people believes that there is Lucifer, and Lucifer is this and Lucifer is that, and like there is no Lucifer in the world, like he does not exist. And only an English translation to the Bible twisted a verse against the true meaning of a word that is written over there, and took the real concept of the meaning of that word. You can look it online, you can look for my class about it online and to find it with all the details. A person took a verse, misinterpreted that verse, or that he was not learned enough in Hebrew language, or that he was not aware to other scripts, or that he was like trying to make up something, or that he was wrong, but made up something, some legend about a Lucifer, and there is no Lucifer in the world. He was never exist. It's not one of the names of none of the angels. It's not the devil. It's not a falling angel. It's nothing. There is a verse in Hebrew, and that verse is written in Hebrew, and the person who translated that verse to English misinterpreted the meaning of that word, couldn't realize, or twisted in purpose or by mistake, the meaning of the word, and and just made up a whole story about Lucifer. And there is no Lucifer, and the name Lucifer is not written in the Bible. And everyone are just like whole new religions been established on this fake method. Never happened and never will. And so many other methods and theories that people are building and establishing buildings and castles on them with great walls and gardens of theories and explanations, and it's yeah, exactly, fairy tale. It's just we say urba farach. It's like a raven that came and he's already gone. It's like someone made up a story. So it can be a very nice story, like people can believe in very nice stories, but it doesn't. But the fact that the story is nice, it doesn't mean that it's true. It doesn't mean that it has roots, that it has foundation in the truth. This is why every person is obligated, and I'm pushing for that direction, to make his own investigation and to be honest and to be truthful and to ask yourself what's going on, and to pray to Hashem, to God, and to ask Him, tell me, Father in heaven, what's going on? Can you open my eyes? Can you tell me the truth? Can I please know the truth, the real truth about the world, about the nature of creation? Who is the true Messiah? What's going to be? How can I be partner with Him? How can I do something good? Can it be that 800 people thinking that they are the Messiah? It's an imagination. People with low self-esteem that suddenly experience some spiritual illumination and already figure out that they're the true Messiah, and going, and I spoke with Elijah the prophet, and I spoke with Moses, and this and that. Okay, relax. It's better to relax than to be sorry. So, Baruch Hashem, we're on the right way, and we're learning from holy books, and we're doing the best that we can, and you should continue in your beautiful way, and remember that Hashem is with us, and that Hashem, He cares about every individual, and if you'll call Him with truth and with honesty, and will desire the truth will never stop from revealing itself to you. Hashem is close to everyone who will call Him with truth. If you'll be honest and tell Him, I want to know your truth, I want to know the real truth, I want to know what the real truth is, I want to know who is the true Messiah, I want to know who to be friends with, I want to know which work should I look for, where should I live, which community should I join to, or maybe I should not be part of a community now. Please, simple requests, simple words, simple hitbodedut, simple conversation with Hashem is the highest and most beautiful way to live your life. And any one of you who wants to be in touch with me and to consult with me, there is a way to do that as well. And we can chat, and we advertised our company phone number, and I'll be very happy to be in touch with you through the WhatsApp, or we can set a phone conversation, or you can write through email or whatever, text messages. No one is holding you back from being answered and from getting answers to your questions and to your requests. And that's it. And may Hashem open those gates for the true wisdom to be revealed, that everyone will find the glory of their own spirits, the quality of their own souls. You're amazing, and you need to see the beauty of yourself. You cannot go, oh no, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. No, find yourself, everything will follow. Find yourself, find yourself. Find your true self, find your true self, find out who you are. Attach yourself to yourself and become that godly creation that Hashem made you to be. It's all perfectly synchronized by heaven, and the Creator, He knows exactly what He's doing. And all of us, B'ezrat Hashem, real soon, going to march and walk hand in hand toward the holy city of Yerushalayim, and we shall be redeemed. Amen.